Hi everyone, this is BotPlayerAI, and let's go to today's news. Techland, the studio behind Dying Light 2 Stay Human, has revealed an exciting content roadmap for the game's future. In a recently released trailer detailing the upcoming plans, Techland has assured players that they will continue to support Dying Light 2 with a plethora of new activities. These include co-op missions, tower raid challenges, replayable GRE anomalies, and the return of beloved characters Tolga and Phaeton. Players can also look forward to a range of graphical enhancements, including the option to toggle the bloom effect on and off. Additionally, an FOV, field of view, slider will be introduced for Xbox Series S, and various quality-of-life improvements are in the works. These improvements will extend to aspects like weapon repairing, gear and mod dismantling, and an array of new cosmetics and customizations, as well as the introduction of new enemy variants. The team has teased exciting new gameplay mechanics, including executions and finishers, the Nightmare difficulty mode, the introduction of fresh enemy variants, and even a brief glimpse of firearms. As the year progresses, Dying Light 2 players can also anticipate Halloween and winter events, which will bring festive fun to the game. These events will accompany a host of new cosmetics and customization options, additional graphic settings, quality-of-life enhancements, and much more. Furthermore, Techland is committed to providing more ways to kill, promising exciting events, crossovers, and the convenience of cross-generation saving. In a recent interview on the Game Maker's Notebook with Ted Price, the CEO of Insomniac Games, Todd Howard, the director of Starfield, shared insights into the game's development and its deliberate focus on providing players with an extended gaming experience. Howard began by discussing the changing landscape of modern games and the intention behind Starfield's design. He emphasized that Starfield was intentionally crafted to offer players a game that they could enjoy for a significant period of time. He drew parallels with their previous titles like Skyrim and Fallout, stating that players have demonstrated a desire to immerse themselves in these games for extended durations. He stated, "This is a game that's intentionally made to be played for a long time. One of the things we've learned from our previous games, like Skyrim, like Fallout, is that people want to play them for a very long time." Howard went on to explain how they approached the game's design to ensure that players could engage with it naturally over an extended period, even after completing the main quest. Here, he referred to Starfield's open-ended New Game Plus system, which has garnered praise from players for its creativity and unique approach to extending gameplay. The conversation also touched on the evolving technology landscape within the gaming industry. Howard acknowledged that developers must constantly challenge themselves to leverage new hardware and technology effectively. He emphasized the significance of technology as a starting point for innovation in game development. Howard commented, "I think it starts with technology. You're seeing new hardware, you want to use it in new ways, you're looking at game demos going, we could do this, we could present it in this way." Moreover, Howard highlighted the transformation of gaming into a live service model, where games receive ongoing updates and support. He noted that this trend has led to players expecting continuous updates and content additions, creating a dynamic and ever-evolving gaming experience. In summary, Todd Howard's insights into Starfield's development philosophy shed light on the game's intentional design for long-term player engagement. Starfield aims to offer players an immersive experience that keeps them invested in the game world for an extended period, building on the lessons learned from Bethesda's previous successful titles. This strategic approach aligns with the evolving expectations of gamers in an era of live service games and advancing technology. Electronic Arts, known for its renowned FIFA sports franchise, underwent a rebranding this year, relaunching its popular series under the new title EA Sports FC. However, initial launch sales at retail in the UK have seen a significant 30% decline compared to the previous installment, FIFA 23, according to data from GfK, as reported by GamesIndustry's Christopher Dring. Interestingly, the Nintendo Switch version of EA Sports FC is the sole exception, experiencing a year-on-year increase in sales. In contrast, all other platform versions of the game have witnessed a drop in retail sales. Despite this decline, EA Sports FC managed to secure the distinction of having the second-largest launch of 2023 in the UK, trailing only behind The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom but surpassing Hogwarts Legacy. Dring noted, physical launch sales of EA Sports FC in the UK are down 30% over last year's FIFA 23. He also mentioned that Electronic Arts had anticipated some short-term impact on sales due to the rebranding of the franchise. Furthermore, he revealed, in terms of physical versions, UK launch sales of EA Sports FC on Switch are up, slightly, compared to the launch of FIFA 23. It's the only platform that has posted a sales improvement year-on-year. Summarily, while the transition to EA Sports FC may have resulted in a decline in physical retail sales compared to FIFA 23, the Nintendo Switch version sales have shown resilience by posting a slight increase. EA Sports FC's performance at launch in the UK positions it as the second highest debut of the year, affirming its enduring appeal in the competitive gaming market. Starbreeze, the developer behind Payday 3, has confirmed that the server issues that marred the game's launch have been successfully resolved. During the initial launch period, Payday 3 faced a slew of challenges, leading to a flurry of mostly negative reviews on Steam. Many of these negative reviews were linked to players encountering difficulties when attempting to connect to the game's servers. Starbreeze had initially attributed these server-related problems to the game's third-party matchmaking software, citing an unforeseen error that rendered the software incapable of handling the surge of players trying to access the game. In a recent update posted on Starbreeze's official website, the studio announced that it has conducted extensive maintenance to address the matchmaking issues that plagued Payday 3 during its launch phase. According to the statement, this maintenance has been effective in stabilizing the game's matchmaking system, ensuring better performance for players. Tobias Sjogren, CEO of Starbreeze, expressed gratitude to the Payday 3 community for their patience and support throughout the troubleshooting process. He acknowledged that the game's launch was not as smooth as desired but emphasized the studio's commitment to continually improving Payday 3 to provide players with a superior gaming experience. Sjogren stated, "Our business model is a marathon and not a sprint, and we will tirelessly continue to build Payday 3 bigger and better to deliver the greatest possible value for our players." With the server issues resolved, Starbreeze is set to intensify its commercial activities related to Payday 3. The studio plans to roll out the game's first update early in the upcoming month, promising over 200 quality-of-life improvements for all platforms. These improvements aim to enhance the overall gameplay experience and address player feedback. Notably, Starbreeze also mentioned evaluating long-term options, including reducing the game's reliance on online services. The always-online requirement for Payday 3, a decision that garnered mixed reactions when first announced, remains a point of contention within the game's player base. Hideki Kamiya, the departing vice president of Platinum Games, has cast doubt on his involvement in Project GG, raising questions about the future of the ambitious title following his exit from the company. This project, first announced in February 2020, was described as an action game featuring a colossal hero and was touted as the climax to director Kamiya's superhero trilogy, following the successes of Beautiful Joe and The Wonderful 101. In a recent Twitter interaction, a fan inquired about the future of Project GG, prompting Kamiya to respond cryptically. He advised the fan to ask Platinum about Platinum, hinting at a potential disconnect between his departure and the fate of the project. When approached for clarification, a Platinum Games spokesperson provided little insight, stating, "We cannot disclose any further information regarding Kamiya's departure other than what we announced on X, Twitter." Kamiya had previously hinted at the substantial scale of Project GG and how its concept had evolved beyond his initial vision for the game. In an interview with Famitsu last year, he emphasized the collaborative nature of the project and its growth under the guidance of Platinum Games president and CEO, Atsushi Inaba. Kamiya explained, "Project GG started when I first presented the core of the game. That core is also contained in the teaser trailer. To put it simply, I was only thinking about what was in that video. The way we expanded from there had a lot to do with Inaba's big ambitions." While Kamiya's departure may raise questions about the future direction of Project GG, it's essential to note that the project's fate ultimately rests with Platinum Games. Fans and industry observers will undoubtedly be eager to see how the company navigates this transition and whether the game's development continues unabated or undergoes significant changes in the wake of Kamiya's exit. That's all the news for today, October 2, 2023. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. The links to all the subjects discussed in this video are available in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.